experience of the Divine Master, of which there have been many, is the whole gig, man. It's the whole thing. Your relationship is one-on-one with Him. That's also another unique experience. Do not get confused with the collective thinking that your relationship is a group relationship, because it's not. It's one-on-one. And that is the delicious knowledge He has given you. I've been with Him since I was 24 years old. They asked me to speak about a couple of things. They think that if you believe in the Leelas, you'll believe in God, and magic things, and materializations, and being brought back from the dead, and all that. That's nonsense. The Leela, the only Leela that you can relate to, is your own personal transformation. You don't need any Leelas. You don't need any rings. You don't need any vibhuti. You don't need any of that. You need to know that the orbit, the vibration, has transformed you. And the last time I sat with him inside, I said, Swami, I'm praying to the Lakshmi, every night. I'm doing what you told me to do. And he took his finger and put it right on my chest as hard as he could. He says, Lakshmi is inside of you. There was a great saint, Saint Germain. He apparently lived for 375 years. He wrote a book called The Seventh Ray. I suggest that you all try to get it. You probably get it on the internet. He is one of the ascended masters. And he talks about bhajans, Vedic chanting, hymns from all the religions. When I went there when I was 24, I never knew what the bhajans were about. I didn't understand them. I didn't understand the language. I don't speak Telugu. I didn't have the translations. But I knew I always felt enlightened or enlivened or something by sitting there, even listening to words I didn't understand. And then suddenly this Saint Germain was brought into my life by Sai Baba. There are unique circumstances. And Saint Germain on page 58 speaks of hymns, congregational prayer, chanting Vedas, and from every religion, from Buddhism to the Quran, Christianity, Hinduism. And he said, when you chant these things, all the divine beings from the astral plane come there, and they are there with you. Part of the enlightenment. But more interesting is that they also come from inside of you out. Because you are walking temples. All the divine beings are inside of you, not outside of you. What foolishness is this duality? This is how we fell from grace. This is why we had to go through 25,000 years of mistake. And now we're in the Kali Yuga, the very last end of it all, the darkest hours before the dawn. And yes, Sai Baba told me 20 years ago, yes, Al Gore is right. And the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are on their horses and they're riding now. You know what that means? It means hallelujah, man. It does. Most people I tell this to, what should I do with my money? Where should I take my family? Should I sell that house in San Diego? It's right on the beach. Now this, and they said, where can I be safe? Should I go to Parte? Should I go up to Bhutan? Should I go up to... There's going to be no safe place. The only thing you should care about is that you are blessed to be here to see the transition of the new age. This Maya machine started with the Industrial Revolution. Whenever you wanted to have money, because there were only kings and warlords and monarchs throughout this entire land, Isthmus Valley, you name it, China, period. Every other person that lived under their roof were slaves, were serf, were nothing. There was no law for them. They owned something. They owned a soldier's uniform to go fight somebody else for these guys. Because the only way you get more money or gold or silver was to go rob it from this other kingdom. Go get from these other guys. And then all of a sudden the Industrial Revolution came along. And we started making things for the masses. So suddenly everyone said, hey, we don't have to go rob any money across the street. We can sell stuff to our own guys and make a fortune. We can make our fortunes internally. And that's when the Maya of wanting and needing and having things, which you are all sitting at the ultimate moment of, started. 1820, 1830. Started with something called a cotton gin. And then the English and the Dutch and the Germans and all of them started manufacturing everything for the masses. And that was, people wanted things, to have things, comparing to their neighbor. I have this, you don't have this. I have this, you have this, I have this, you don't have this, you have this, I don't have this. And that's when the mind-body experience was overstimulated and the stimulation began. And that's when the first avatar came of the triple avatar. Shirdi Sai Baba. Shirdi is Shiva. It was essential for him to be there to illustrate and to push forward his vibration so that everyone would want to be part of the Maya. And then a second incarnation arrived called Sri Satyasai Baba. He was here for the Shiva Shakti energy, the combination of Shiva and Shakti. So that suddenly, as you look at the graphs of medicine and science and everything we have, just went after thousands of years like this, just took to the stars. He is here for this portion of the transition into the new age. And to mark the end of the Kali Yuga. Everything is absolutely perfect. God is in his heaven. All is right with the world. Just the way it is. I've been with Sai Baba a long time. He's been broadcasting to me since I was 14 years old, and I had to go to India to find where this broadcast was coming from. He allowed me to start something called the Hard Rock Cafe, which I was not trained for. I had a 10th grade education. At 22, I opened this place, and I was so shy that I couldn't sit in a room with more than 3 people. And it was devastating, and people were asking me how to solve this and how to solve that. And he started broadcasting the answers to me. But they all came in the most simplistic form, as they should. They came in the 5 Vedic values. Tell the truth. Oh, okay, fine. Do the right thing. Be righteous. Okay, I got it.